The 2025 Formula One season has already proven to be a thrilling and unpredictable one, with several teams battling for supremacy. Ferrari, one of the most iconic teams in F1 history, has faced a challenging start to the season, struggling to live up to the expectations set after their ambitious plans for the year. But hope is not lost. The team is hoping to turn things around with their first major upgrade of the season, which is set to be introduced at the Japanese Grand Prix. This is a critical moment for Ferrari, as they aim to regain momentum and challenge for the top spots. But they're not the only ones working on improvements. As Ferrari prepares for the race in Suzuka, they'll be introducing a new floor design that they believe could make a significant difference to their car's performance. The floor has been one of the key areas where Ferrari has struggled so far in the 2025 season, and the team's hope is that this new upgrade will address some of the underlying issues that have been holding them back. However, the challenge is not just about Ferrari's own performance. It's about what other teams like McLaren and Mercedes are bringing to the table in terms of upgrades and competition. Will Ferrari's new floor give them the edge they need to challenge the leaders, or will they find themselves still playing catch-up? Ferrari's struggles started in Australia, where they failed to show the pace expected of a team with such a rich history in the sport. Things looked better in China when Lewis Hamilton, despite driving for a different team, managed to win the sprint race. However, the result was tainted by disqualifications for both Ferrari drivers after the Grand Prix, which only deepened the frustration within the team. As a result, Ferrari found themselves in fifth place in the constructors' standings, tied on points with Williams, a team that had surprised everyone with its strong start to the season. This was not the position Ferrari had hoped for, and with a long season ahead, the pressure to improve was mounting. In an effort to turn things around, Ferrari is betting on their first significant upgrade of the season, which includes the introduction of a new floor design. According to reliable sources from Italian media, this new floor has the potential to improve the car's performance significantly, especially in terms of aerodynamic grip and stability. The new floor is expected to address one of Ferrari's biggest weaknesses, its rear-end stability, which has been overly stiff and unresponsive in certain conditions. By improving the floor's design, Ferrari hopes to achieve a more balanced car that will be more competitive in high-speed corners and on tracks like Suzuka, where aerodynamic efficiency plays a key role in success. This upgrade comes after a difficult start to the season, where Ferrari has been unable to maintain the form they showed during the latter half of 2024. The team had started well in the previous year, but an incorrect upgrade package in Spain caused a major setback. Although they managed to recover by mid-season, Ferrari has not been able to carry that momentum into 2025. The new floor, along with a series of other planned upgrades, is seen as the team's best chance to get back into the fight for race wins and podiums. The new floor is not the only thing Ferrari is focusing on, however. The team is also working on improving their ride height, which has been another area of concern for the SF25. The team had to raise the car's ride height in response to a disqualification in Shanghai, but this adjustment came at the cost of crucial aerodynamic grip. In Suzuka, for example, Hamilton struggled with understeer and a lack of rear stability, which was partly due to the higher ride height. While Charles Leclerc seemed to adapt better to the compromised setup, Hamilton was unable to extract the maximum performance from his car. This is where the new floor design comes into play. If Ferrari can get the ride height right and ensure the car remains stable in high-speed corners, it could help Hamilton and Leclerc unlock the potential of the SF25 and get back to challenging for the top spots. However, Ferrari's upgrade efforts are not happening in a vacuum. McLaren, one of their biggest rivals, has also been making strides in terms of performance. McLaren has been one of the standout teams of the 2025 season, with their car showing impressive pace across the opening races. They have brought upgrades that have significantly improved their performance, and with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri behind the wheel, they look like a serious contender for race wins. McLaren's rise has added pressure on Ferrari, who now find themselves in a tight battle for podium positions. Mercedes, on the other hand, is still firmly in the hunt for the title despite their own challenges. The W16 has shown consistent performance, and the team has been steadily improving throughout the season. However, Mercedes' focus is already starting to shift toward the 2026 regulations, which will bring significant changes to the sport. Mercedes is working on an entirely new power unit and making aerodynamic upgrades that are aimed at giving them a competitive edge when the new regulations come into play. While the team is still focused on the 2025 season, their long-term strategy is centered on the 2026 season, which could be the next big opportunity for them to assert their dominance in the sport. Despite this long-term focus on 2026, Mercedes has not given up on their 2025 title hopes. The team's technical department has been working hard to improve the W16, and their efforts have been paying off. The car has become more predictable and stable, making it easier for the drivers to extract performance. Mercedes is currently in second place in the constructors' standings with 2 podium finishes in the opening races. Toto Wolff, the team principal, has expressed satisfaction with the team's performance so far, but has acknowledged that there is still work to be done to close the gap to McLaren and Red Bull. As for McLaren, they have been the team to watch. In 2025, the team's upgrade packages have significantly improved their car's performance, and they are now consistently fighting for podiums and even race wins. Norris and Piastri have been on form, and McLaren's rise has put them in direct competition with Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull. While it may be too early to call them the favourites for the title, McLaren's improvement has been impressive, and they could be a major force in the second half of the season. The upcoming Japanese Grand Prix will be a crucial test for Ferrari. The team will be hoping that their new floor design will make a difference and help them close the gap to the top teams. If the upgrade proves successful, Ferrari could make significant strides in terms of performance, and it could help them get back into the race for the title. However, they will have to contend with stiff competition from McLaren, Mercedes and Red Bull, who are all bringing their own upgrades and working hard to stay ahead in the race for the championship. For Ferrari, the Japanese Grand Prix is not just about the race result, it's about making progress with their car and showing that they are still capable of challenging for